We're with Harvest Harmonics, and of course, today we're talking about the future of farming. Today, we want to talk about biophysics and sustainability. Yesterday's episode, we talked a little bit about biophysics, about how biophysics has been used over the past 50 to 70 years to really measure the biological systems of all living things, but especially plants in agriculture. And today, we want to talk about how that biophysical technology is being applied in ways that will improve sustainability. Now, unless you've been under a rock for the past 5 years, you've probably heard quite a lot about ESG and sustainability and a lot of these things. Well, in a nutshell, what sustainability refers to is how do we continue to grow in a way that's environmentally friendly, in a way that will allow us to continue to grow into the future, right? Because if we continue to use chemicals and GMOs and all of these short-term fixes that we've been using for the last 50 to 70 years, that kind of system is not sustainable, meaning we're depleting our soil health, we're making the soil less and less viable, and we're making it harder and harder to get a good crop out year over year. Not only that, but we're also adding to climate change problems. And whether you're a climate change alarmist or you just recognize that we should take care of our environment if we want to have future generations be able to enjoy our natural resources, then you'll agree that whether you want to go with the ESG format or you just want to be able to be a good steward of the environment, I think we can all agree that that would be a good thing. Now, we can look at chemicals, and I'm not here to bash chemicals or bash GMOs or bash farmers for using those methods. I just think that they had their place in history, right? They had their usefulness for a while. They allowed us to increase our yield, to improve our quality, to fight off insects. They had their role in agriculture, right? But now that technology has progressed to the point where we can achieve a lot of the things that we're trying to solve with chemicals in ways that do not harm the environment, that are not unhealthy, that are not toxic, and that do not deplete the soil microbiology and the fertility of soil over time. Now that we have technology that can do all of the things we want to do, we want to accomplish in agriculture and do them in a way that's more sustainable and more environmentally friendly, we, of course, believe that we have a duty to get this information out to as many people as possible. And I hope that you feel that you have a duty as well to take a good hard look at this and determine if this type of solution will work for your farm and if this is something you should embrace. Anytime you're encountering a new technology or a new product or a new way of looking at things, you should really take it to heart and really decide for yourself: is this method or is this technology or product going to move us forward, and is this something we should invest in, or is it something that's not going to move forward, or maybe it's not quite ready yet, or is it something that we're going to pass on? And of course, when you look at what our crop booster system can do and our biophysical approach can do and what it already has done, we know that you're going to make the right decision. So just a real quick recap of what biophysics is. Okay, biophysics is a branch of science that deals with the measurement and analysis, in our case, the return of natural systems to their biological, what do you call it, biological zero or genetic zero, meaning the point at which your biological systems would operate if they were in optimum condition. Okay, so you take the laws of physics, which have to do with the cellular interactions and how the cells within a biological system communicate with each other. And of course, you take biology, which is, of course, the biological system. Now, we have not looked at the biochemical model, which is the addition of nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium and those types of minerals and nutrients that plants need to grow. We've looked at how do we make the plant's internal systems efficient so that they can produce as much high quality fruits and vegetables as possible, given their genetic makeup, given also the existing resources in the environment. So the addition of a lot of extra nitrogen and a lot of extra potassium and phosphorus and everything else the plant needs in abundance of what the plant actually needs to grow and survive, again, creates environmental hazards where some of this stuff leaches out into the waterways or evaporates into the air for greenhouse gases and has other environmental problems. What's worse for the farmer is it will kill off the microbial populations in the soil or make them much more difficult to do their job, their natural job of pulling nitrogen and carbon out of the air through the natural process that they undergo. And instead, we now need to add carbon and nitrogen and everything else artificially. Okay. So if you're for no other reason than an economic reason and longevity of your soil if you want to be able to farm healthy in a way that's cost effective for you. Sometimes you have to look beyond what's most profitable this year and you have to look over the next 5 years or even 10 years. What is going to be the most profitable way for me to farm? And the guys that are already doing regenerative agriculture and organic farming and they're moving in that direction already recognize that, hey, 5, 10 years down the road, we're not going to have the ability to use chemicals anymore because we're just going to ruin our soil to the point where it won't grow anything anymore. And then we're just going to be searching for new lands to be able to farm on. Well, we're not past the point yet of no return. And now with our biophysical technology, we can make your plants super healthy and super efficient so that you can grow a good crop year over year and do it with less chemicals and less additives. It's going to save you a ton of money. And it's over the long run, it's definitely going to save you a ton of money and produce better quality fruits and vegetables for everybody. So if that's the kind of system you want to grow in, then give us a call. Let's work together to figure out what your existing situation is and figure out how we can put together a plan for you so that you can progress from where you are at now with the biochemical model over toward a biophysical model so that you can become more efficient, more profitable, healthier, and overall a much better farming operation. That is the future of farming, and we want to help you get there. So if you're interested, give us a call at 727-324-6750 or email us at service@harmonics.com so we can help you become part of the future of farming today. Talk soon.